All right, here we go with excuse me, day 21. All right, me and my friend just did the meditation. Uh, kind of got some energy flowing. Thought I'd jump on here and do this video. Uh, the thing that kind of came to me is slowing ourselves down because we always have like so many ideas and so many thoughts of what we need to do every day. We have that to-do list, and then we put pressure on ourselves to get everything done on that to-do list. And then we get stressed out if we don't get everything done. So I feel like that energy is kind of more of that fast beta waves where it's like going really fast, and that's the energy that we're in. And when you meditate and do stuff and breathe and be in the moment, then it slows down to the alpha waves of this. So I feel like we need to relax more into the moment, breathe more into the moment, and kind of let things flow through us and focus on what we're doing in every moment. It's okay to have a to-do list, but it's like don't live your life by it and get upset if you don't get everything done that you tried to get done every day. And I feel like we all get a lot stressed out because we don't get it done. We have to realize that we can do the best we can in every moment, and just get whatever you can get done every day, and be okay with that and not get stressed out about it. And even like I was also kind of thinking in the energy of like slowing down. Like sometimes when we're in that fast moving beta energy, it kind of keeps certain things away from you. Like sometimes they say prayer is us talking to God, and meditation is attuning ourselves for Him to speak to us. Like we speak to Him in beta, and He speaks to us in alpha. Like He's at a slower moving thing, and that's the thing too. Like we all know FM and AM radio. Well, you're not going to hear an AM station when you're tuned in to FM signals. So I feel like when you slow yourself down and relax into every moment, you set yourself at a different frequency, and maybe the answers that you've been looking for or couldn't find will find you because you're operating at a different level. Like there's a saying out there, the saying that the same thinking or the same frequency that created a problem is not going to solve it. You have to become a different person, or you have to start seeing things in a different way. It's like that insanity thing, doing the same thing and expecting different results. It's not going to happen. You have to make that change from within first. You have to become that person that you want to be. All these people that, at least for me, that I thought could do all this stuff and I didn't think I could, they were just embodying a different they were embodying it. Like as I'm beginning to see that you don't become that person from the outside, you become that person from the inside. Like we all have energy, we all have excitement and joy, all those emotions on the inside of us. We just haven't cultivated it, and then we're letting the outside world dictate whether or not we feel those things. We have to see the achievement or the money or the reward before we're happy, or we got to be on vacation before we're happy. And I'm beginning to see that you can generate that happiness from within and bring it out. Like again, I'm not saying that these things not strive to do these things, but don't let them be the end all be all of us being happy or you being happy. I used to let it happen all the time. You just gotta kind of feel it from within and be happy with whatever's happening. There was a saying from Jim Rohn that I talked about yesterday with my friend, and what was it? Jim Rohn. Oh, it's don't wish for things to be easier. Wish for you to be better. Like we're always going to have challenges. We're always going to have problems. But how are you going to approach those problems and challenges? Are you going to approach it from a stressed out, fast moving energy? Oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. There's so much going on. I don't know that this is going to happen. The government, the war. Like we're so worried about everything that's going on in the outside world that it distracts us from actually being here and doing what we can. I mean, again, I'm not for a lot of this stuff, but at this moment in time, I can only do what I can in this moment to, which is do this video to try to do something better. The government's not going to change to make me happier. No one's coming to save us. You got to learn how to save yourself from within. I mean, yeah, there are some bills and stuff that get passed that might help us, but at the end of the day, we need to do more to, if we want to be in a different spot, we need to, pick up the slack and do something more. I mean, at least I used to think that all the time. So for me, it's been that way too. But it's just, and like, and Tony Robbins always says too, it kind of brought that to mind too, is that the single biggest problem in the world is that we think we shouldn't have any problems. And problems are a sign of life. The only people that don't have problems are dead. And I guess that's a whole other problem in itself, I guess. But, it's just part of life. We got to learn how to overcome those things. So by changing your focus from, hey, how can I overcome this problem to, oh, shit, I'm having this problem and being mad about it, things are there no matter if you get mad at it or not. It's always going to be there. You have to be the one that changes the perception of the event, or you change what you're doing to get something different. Because again, there's always going to be problems, there's always going to be challenges. The question is, how am I going to get better at solving these challenges? And even just do the best you can. You're not going to, I haven't been able to solve all the challenges of my life overnight. It takes time. You do the best you can in every moment and every day, and then see get better, and then it creates momentum. Like these meditations, my coach was always like going on rants and was always like excited, and I was like, where does she get all this energy? Like she's like a whirling dervish of energy, like, and I'm and sometimes it's like, Jesus, settle down. But but now I'm starting to see what she's talking about, because the more that you get that passion and joy and feel that from within, the more that you're creating it, you're like changing your whole being, you're changing your existence, you're changing who you are. And now that I'm starting to do these meditations, I'm starting to see, because when I'm doing them, you got to feel that passion from within. And it's hard sometimes because we've been told our whole lives to, you got to feel that passion from without. Well, and then if you look at your surroundings, sometimes you don't have anything around telling you that you should be happy. I mean, I've been there and I still get there at times, but that's when you got to fight through it and push through it and realize that, maybe it's because you got to feel better from the inside first, and then you bring that joy, that passion, and that energy into whatever it is that you're doing, and then you'll create that thing in the outside world that you think you need to be passionate, joy, and feeling that way. Now, again, I want to have impact on people. I want to do this. I want to make this my career, and I'm going to. It's just taking time. But again, I can see it in the 4D world. It's just that the 3D world sometimes has to catch up with what you can see on the inside and the mind. But it's hard sometimes because the mind and brain and the logic and all that can only really comprehend the 3D world, which is the physical world around us. And sometimes it's hard for the brain to be like, wow, we can just feel things. We can just, be that person from within, feel that joy already. I don't know if we can do that because I don't see the circumstances in the 3D world that make me want to be that way. But that's the thing. That's how you create it in the 3D world, is you become it first and then embody it and then push it out into the world. Speak with passion, speak with joy, find what you like to do. Even little things, let go of fear, man. It stops us from doing anything. There's always going to be someone that says something. Do whatever you love, do whatever you want to do, because it'll let go of that fear, man. The worst, I mean, I guess the worst thing that can happen to all of us is death, but hey, what happens if I go on stage and I mess up and people are laughing at me? Oh, well, you know what? I still have that experience of going on stage and at least trying, because unless you get over that first step, that first hump, you're never going to get better at it. But we're so afraid sometimes, at least I was, to like make that mistake or get up there and do that or get on here and be me. But then the more you do it, the more you're going to get it. Anything in life that we do the first time, it's hard, or it's at least challenging. At least that's been my experience. So, and I'm sure some of you probably feel the same way. I remember Seinfeld always had a joke that uh, the number one fear in the world was public speaking, and death was second. He's like, so people would rather be in the casket than reading the eulogy. And I thought that was kind of funny, because I was like, yeah, like public speaking, we're so afraid to speak in front of people or do stuff. And again, it still makes me uncomfortable too. So I'm not perfect at it either. But at the end of the day, you just got to do it and see what happens and bring that joy and passion that's on the inside to it. And if I would have just let all those negative thoughts and beliefs that I couldn't do it keep dominating my life until I realized that I have to do it first and get used to it, and that it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be easy, and it might be messy at times. That's why I don't edit my videos, because I want to show that this is my process. Some days I'm good, some moments I get in the flow, some moments I still a little nervous, sometimes I'm like have to regain my thoughts. There's so much more that we can do. I feel like being by the authentic me shows that we all can do this, and that we relate. As human beings, we all relate to each other in certain ways, and we can all piggyback off each other and become more and learn from each other and have experiences, man. We're all one as a human being, as human species, man. We should start to like want us all to succeed, want us all to be better, want us all to be connected. You know, it's, I don't know why we have to have all these outside circumstances judge each other and be in competition with each other when we should all strive to want everybody to win. Because when everybody wins, we all win. So why not just, lift everybody up, lift the next person up? You see somebody struggling, help them out. I was always taught to hold the door for the person behind me. I still do it to this day. Just little things add up over time. And instead of trying to tear each other down to be better, just be better, make better choices, do better things, and start wherever you are, and keep doing the best you can. So yeah, I had no idea where all this was going to go and kind of just went with it. But I think part of it too is all that, and kind of learning how to like be centered and focused in the moment, slow yourself down, let that energy flow through you. It's like grace, like having that calmness and slowness, and like feel it under pressure, and learn how to feel comfortable in that uncomfortable pressure, and then just let it go. And then if you mess up, hey, that's all right. It's part of the process. I'll say it forever that, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. And I read a book one time in college where it said if we learn to fail faster, we'd achieve faster. So just do whatever it is you can, start somewhere, let it flow through you, give yourself some grace, and realize that you're not always going to be perfect, that you're going to make some mistakes, and be okay with that, and realize the challenges and problems aren't going to go away, and just try to do the best you can and figure out ways to do better. And it all starts with yourself, man. And we all have the energy and the ability to do it. So that's my message for the day. We all have the ability to be more. We just have to slow it down and do it.